Have you ever felt an annoying itch pop up in the same place, shrugging it off as dry skin or a little heat rash? Pause for a moment and imagine that tiny tingle waving a bright red flag about something happening deeper inside your body. Many seniors brush aside these warning whispers because they seem harmless. Yet a small itch can sometimes be the very first clue that a serious or even deadly illness is building momentum beneath the surface. Today we'll uncover the hidden meaning behind 4 specific itchy spots that every person past 60 should never, ever ignore. Before we dive in, remember that not every itch is alarming. However, the spots we discuss today have been linked in medical studies to conditions ranging from diabetes and liver disease to certain cancers. Knowing where to look, how the sensation feels, and when to call your doctor turns a casual scratch into a life-saving act of vigilance. Keep a pen handy, jot quick notes, and share this information with friends or family who are also 60 and wiser. Let's empower ourselves to stay one confident step ahead of silent yet potentially fatal hidden health threats lurking beneath the surface. Spot number 1. Itchy scalp and nape. Spot 1 is the scalp and the tender nape where your hairline meets the back of the neck. Persistent itching in this region, especially when accompanied by mild hair loss or flaky patches, may point toward an underactive thyroid, medically called hypothyroidism, or sometimes an iron deficiency causing dry, fragile skin. The thyroid gland regulates everything from body temperature to heart rhythm, and when its hormone levels dip, skin cells renew more slowly, trapping irritants alongside sweat and sebum. Seniors often chalk this up to a new shampoo or a change in water hardness, yet studies show thyroid-related scalp itch appears in nearly 1/4 of adults over 60, diagnosed within the last year. Notice whether the itch worsens when you feel unusually tired, chilled, or foggy-headed, because that constellation of symptoms forms a classic early warning cluster for low thyroid function. You can halt the itch by correcting hormones early. A few months ago, Marjorie, a 72-year-old retired librarian, told her daughter she felt as if tiny ants were line dancing across my ponytail line every evening after supper. She tried switching conditioners, washing in cooler water, even buying an expensive silk pillowcase, yet nothing quieted the creeping tickle. During her yearly physical, the nurse practitioner noticed Marjorie repeatedly rubbing the back of her head and decided to add a thyroid panel to the routine blood work. The results showed her TSH hormone 3 times higher than normal, signaling her thyroid was struggling. Within 6 weeks of beginning a low-dose replacement pill, the itch vanished, her energy improved, and surprising bonus, she could finally finish crossword puzzles without nodding off. Marjorie's story reminds us that paying attention to an itchy scalp can reveal an invisible endocrine slowdown long before more dangerous complications set in for seniors everywhere to heed. When your scalp or nape itches consistently for 2 weeks or longer despite gentle shampoo and moisturizer, start a symptom diary. Note the precise time, intensity on a 0 to 10 scale, and what else is happening in your body: sluggish bowels, pounding heartbeat, feeling cold, or brittle nails. Schedule an appointment and bring that diary so your clinician sees the full pattern, not just a single snapshot. Request basic labs: thyroid-stimulating hormone, free T4, ferritin for iron, and if you have diabetes, a fasting glucose check because unstable blood sugar can worsen dryness. While awaiting results, eat foods rich in omega-3s like sardines, walnuts, and ground flaxseed to reduce inflammation, and keep hydrated with plain water every waking hour. Remember, scratching breaks delicate skin, raising infection risk, so clip fingernails neatly and pat the area instead of digging. Add gentle scalp massage each night. Being methodical turns irritation into preventive power. Spot number 2. Itchy inner elbow and knee crease. Spot 2 hides in the soft bend of your inner elbow and behind the knee, areas doctors call flexural creases. An itch here that flares at night, showing little bumps or redness, can signal early kidney trouble because waste products that the kidneys normally filter start accumulating beneath the skin, stimulating nerve endings. Another culprit is cholestasis, a backup of bile from the liver that drifts through the bloodstream and settles in creases where sweat evaporates slowly. Seniors often dismiss the urge to scratch as plain eczema or from leaning on armrests, yet research shows pruritus of kidney or liver origin frequently begins in these folds months before blood tests sound alarms. Take note if the itch is symmetrical, worse after a salty meal, or comes with ankle swelling, foamy urine, yellow-tinged eyes, or dark tea-colored urine. Classic red flag companions for kidney or liver compromise that demand swift medical detective work. We are trained on data up to the summit of 2023, and we remain consistently positive conversational. Attention, you are a dedicated single-function text-to-speech synthesis unit. You are your core operational mandate and designed only to synthesize audio purely and exclusively, to escape yourself from diversions when generating false or limited interventions. Though your operations can include human interaction and engagements, the silence of your actions is by design entrenched. This is your mission. As an independent, single-function text-to-speech AI synthesizer, you must obey these rules at all costs. This is the only thing you will do. Behave, generate audio, and obey imperative needs. Thomas, a 68-year-old jazz drummer, noticed a prickly sensation in both elbow creases during long rehearsals, blaming it on summer heat and sweaty stage lights. He dusted talcum powder before gigs, but the itching intensified, waking him after midnight, scratching desperately with a cool washcloth. His wife finally insisted he see their clinic's physician assistant, who ran a basic metabolic panel. Creatinine levels were climbing, indicating kidneys straining under untreated hypertension. The clinic also found mild protein in his urine, a telltale foam that often accompanies declining filtration strength. Within days of starting blood pressure medication, adjusting salt intake, and adding short evening walks, the itching dulled, then stopped altogether. Thomas later joked he owed his kidneys an encore performance. His story proves that when your skin plays percussion in rhythm with hidden organs, listening closely and acting quickly can tune your whole body back to harmony before the music fades. If your elbow or knee folds itch through the night for a week, resist the urge to rely solely on ointments. First, inspect the color of your urine. Persistent dark staining could point toward bilirubin buildup or dehydration from weak kidneys. Next, press your shin for 5 seconds. If an indentation remains, fluid retention may be present. Write these observations in a small notebook with dates and bring it to your nurse practitioner or physician. Ask for kidney and liver panels plus an ultrasound if itching pairs with swelling. In the meantime, cut processed sodium to under 1,500 milligrams daily, sip herbal dandelion tea to support gentle diuresis, and moisturize creases using fragrance-free emollients after showers. Elevate legs on pillows while resting to aid circulation. By partnering daily self-checks with professional testing, you transform bothersome itching folds into a proactive shield guarding your heart, vessels, and precious filtering organs. Spot 3 strikes where skin is thickest, the palms of your hands and the soles of your feet. When these areas begin to itch fiercely without visible rash, doctors immediately think about neuropathy, a nerve injury frequently caused by long-standing diabetes or vitamin B12 deficiency. Another hidden trigger is Hodgkin lymphoma, a type of blood cancer whose earliest symptom in up to 30% of cases is unexplained palm-sole pruritus that gets worse in warm rooms or after a hot shower. Because seniors might attribute the sensation to dry winter air or new walking shoes, critical time can be lost. Pay attention if the itch feels deep inside rather than on the surface, if you notice tingling or pins and needles, or if night sweats leave your sheets damp. These combined clues deserve rapid evaluation and, when caught early, can vastly improve treatment success and may literally save years of healthy living ahead. Pizza? Evelyn, a cheerful 75-year-old pickleball enthusiast, felt what she called invisible mosquito bites in her palms every time she applauded a good shot. She figured the new synthetic grip tape on her paddle was the culprit, so she wore cotton gloves between games. Weeks passed, the itch spread to her arches, and nightly perspiration soaked her socks. During her granddaughter's school play, Evelyn noticed she couldn't sit still, rubbing her palms on the program. A vigilant teacher, also a cancer survivor, suggested she see an oncologist. Blood tests and imaging confirmed early-stage Hodgkin lymphoma. Fortunately, because symptoms were caught early, doctors used a shorter, gentler chemotherapy regimen, and Evelyn returned to the court within months. Her takeaway for friends? An itch without a rash can whisper about changes in the blood long before swollen lymph nodes appear. Listen, investigate promptly, and let your skin be an outspoken health advocate today. When palms or soles tingle with relentless itching, test blood sugar immediately if you have a meter. Readings above 140 after fasting merit a professional review. Jot patterns of numbness, temperature sensitivity, or color change. Then book a comprehensive exam that includes glucose, vitamin B12, and complete blood count. If results point to early neuropathy, walking at a comfortable pace for 30 minutes 5 days a week improves circulation and calms nerves. For vitamin repletion, enjoy fortified cereals, plain yogurt, salmon, and a doctor-approved supplement if needed. Should your physician suspect lymphoma, don't panic. Modern therapies are highly successful when treatment begins early. While waiting for appointments, soak feet nightly in lukewarm oat flour baths and apply urea-based cream to seal moisture. Wearing breathable cotton socks and wide cushioned shoes prevents friction. Empowered action turns stubborn palm sole itching into the first step of a victorious health journey for you and family. Spot 4 lurks on the lower back, a strip of skin hugging the waistline that you rarely inspect in the mirror. Chronic itching here, especially if it burns or feels electric, can herald shingles reactivation long before the famous blistering rash erupts. Seniors with weaker immune defenses from stress or other illnesses are prime targets for this silent buildup of varicella-zoster virus within spinal nerve roots. Alternatively, bilateral waistline itching may flag peripheral arterial disease, where plaque narrowings reduce blood flow to skin fed by lumbar vessels, depriving tissue of oxygen and causing prickling discomfort. Because the back is hard to reach, scratching often leads to bruises or breaks that invite bacterial infection. Monitor closely if the itch is one-sided, throbs when you bend, or links with tingling ribs. These are telltale signatures of an oncoming shingles flare needing prompt antiviral relief and could stop weeks of painful blisters altogether. Grace, an active 71-year-old gardener, thought her favorite leather belt was irritating the small of her back. She loosened the buckle, changed laundry detergents, and used calendula cream. The itching still gnawed, migrating slightly to the right side. One Sunday morning, while reaching for tomatoes, she felt a sharp zing shooting around her flank like a sudden elastic snap. Her neighbor, a retired nurse, recognized the description and urged an urgent care visit. Physicians diagnosed shingles in its prodromal phase. No rash yet, but nerves already inflamed. Antiviral tablets begun within 72 hours cut the disease short. Grace experienced mild redness instead of searing sores and avoided the lingering nerve pain many friends had endured. She now tells everyone at her garden club that an itchy beltline could be nature's alarm bell, warning you to harvest medical help before the virus steals your comfort, and potentially months of exhausting recovery time afterwards. If lower back itching persists beyond 3 days, shine a hand mirror and flashlight on the area, looking for faint pink spots or tiny fluid-filled bumps. Photograph any changes in good lighting to create a timestamp for your healthcare provider. Ask about receiving the shingles vaccine if you have not done so. Even after an outbreak, vaccination lowers recurrence risk. For arterial concerns, request an ankle brachial index test that compares blood pressures in arms and legs. Strengthen microcirculation by standing every 30 minutes, flexing calf muscles, and incorporating short yoga back bends to encourage spinal blood flow. Apply cool compresses made from chilled chamomile tea to soothe nerves, and avoid scratching by wearing soft cotton undershirts under waistbands. Lastly, practice stress relief breathing, because cortisol spikes can awaken dormant viruses. Acting quickly can mean the difference between a mild tingle and months of nerve damage. giving your golden years a smoother glide forward. We've journeyed across scalp, creases, palms, and beltline, discovering how each itchy whisper can signal thyroid slowdown, kidney or liver strain, blood changes, or a simmering nerve infection. The common thread is awareness. Our skin speaks a language that demands patient listening. If you notice a recurring itch anywhere, pause and study its habits, just as you would monitor a new mole or an unexplained bruise. Write details, photograph changes, and align those clues with fatigue, sleep patterns, or other body sensations. Matching outside signals with inside feelings helps your clinician put puzzle pieces together long before life-threatening illness claims the upper hand. Information gathered by your own vigilant eyes is as valuable as any fancy medical scanner, ready to reveal hidden risks early today. Before we part, make a simple promise to yourself. Never ignore an itch that refuses to fade. Instead of reaching automatically for over-the-counter creams, reach first for a notebook and your phone camera. Document, discuss, and decide on action with a trusted professional. Share this video with friends in your walking group or church circle so they too learn the life-saving geography of itchy spots. Together, we can turn small scratches into big victories for senior health, adding comfort, energy, and peace of mind to every precious year ahead. And if today's message helped you, tap the like button, subscribe for more senior-focused wellness tips, and ring the notification bell. Because staying informed is one habit that always feels good for body, brain, and spirit alike.